Your goal is to get big on YouTube so you can date a rapper. Girl, I assume you and Gary broke up. It's all about money when you pick the guy you date. I'm single, so I'm not married. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tianna Squarrel. If you guys are new, please hit the subscribe button right down below. Follow by clicking the bell that's right next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time I upload a video, because why wouldn't you want to be? I'm your bestie, you're my bestie, and if we're not besties, we're gonna be besties. So I'm gonna need you to click the subscribe button, click the bell, click all that so you're notified every time your bestie or future bestie uploads a new video. Lastly, give me a thumbs up and share this video because it truly helps me out a lot. Alright you guys, so welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing another video. It was supposed to be a chit chat get ready with me / assumption video, but you guys, y'all know how my makeup go and I couldn't get it right. So I just decided to skip the chit chat get ready with me part and do a quick assumptions video to let people get to know me, for people that are new to my channel, or if you're not new to my channel and you just want to know a little bit more about me. This video is for you. And then yeah, so without further ado, I don't want to ramble, so let's get right into this video. All right, so I put up a question tab on my Instagram and asked you guys to ask me some assumptions on my Instagram, and you guys did. So I'm going to be reading from you guys assumptions on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Tianna Squarrel, the same name that I have on YouTube. So follow me, keep up with me on there, and period. Okay, so the first assumption says you are in the happiest place of your life right now. I mean, I am happier, but I mean, I could say yeah. So it's kind of like 50-50 because I am, but then I'm kind of like, I don't know, because I have my down days. But I mean, I'm happy because I am finding myself more. I'm experimenting more on YouTube and just in life in general, trying to find out what works for me. So, I mean, I guess you're right. I guess I am in the happiest place I've been in my life. So, yeah, so you're right. You're right. I'm going to say you're right. Okay, so this is a good one. So somebody said their assumption is that I'm a gold digger. Honestly, I mean, I could see why somebody would think that, because like people know a lot about me, but at the same time they don't know a lot about me. Like, I'm a very open book, but at the same time I'm like closed at the same time as I'm an open book. And I feel like people only think that because of who I date. If I was to date somebody my age or like in my age range, I don't think people would think that. But your assumption is totally off, girl. I'm not in any way, shape, or form gold digger. It is what it is. My assumption is you don't have your own money. Your assumption is 100% off. And I can say that with me smiling in your face, it's off. Just because I don't flex and be like, oh, I got this or I got that, doesn't mean I don't have my own money. And I feel like a lot of people think that when you date an older guy, the younger girl or the younger person tends to not have nothing, but that assumption is wrong. So it says, my assumption is your goal is to get big on YouTube so you can date a rapper. Girl, that is so far from the truth. So far from the truth. Girl. No, I am not one of those girls. Not to say like it's a bad thing for somebody to aspire to date a rapper, but that just ain't what I'm trying to do. Like, I like my regular guy and I'll stick to that. Like, I'm just good. Like, but I always like to say never say never, but your assumption is way off because that's not me. Okay, so the next person says, my assumption is when I first saw you, I thought you were stuck up. I was so wrong. You were 100% wrong. Yes, you were wrong. I am so far from stuck up, and stuck up's not even in my freaking vocabulary. I'm like the nicest person you probably will ever meet. I'm so genuine. I'm so cool. I'm very friendly once I get to know you. I do have my guard up a lot when I meet new people, but I'm very friendly and I'm open to talking to like anybody. Like, anybody can come up to me and have a conversation and I'll be like down to talk to them. And I feel like if I was stuck up, I would be like, so you are wrong. That assumption is totally off. I am so far from stuck up. So the next person says, my assumption is I assume your husband doesn't listen to the type of music you do. Well, your assumption is 100% right because I don't have a husband. So I don't have a husband for him to listen to the same type of music that I listen to. I don't know where people get this assumption from that I'm married. I'm not married. And the law, and the eyes of the government, I'm single. So I'm not married, but so your assumption is right, yeah. So the next person says, my assumption is you don't like making friends. That is 75% true. It's not that I don't like to make friends, it's just I'm not gonna lie, I'm very standoffish and I'm very guarded when it comes to making friends. I don't let my guard down easy. Like I said, I've been through a lot of stuff as a kid, and that comes with friendships, families, siblings, everything. I've been through a lot of stuff to where as though like, I don't really need a big circle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm good with a dot. Like, you know? It's like, I'm not one of those people that like has to have a whole crew of friends. Like, I'm not one of those people that have to be like clicked up with like a bunch of people. I'm good with having 2 friends, which that's what I have is 2 friends. So yeah, I'm good with that. So the next assumption says, this is so annoying. It basically says, my assumption is it's all about money when you pick the guy you date. I mean, no and yes. Like, I don't go on a date and be like, oh, how much money do you make? Oh, you make under 100,000? Next. Like, no, not that. But I definitely feel like it's, if you see yourself going steady with somebody, and if you see yourself actually conjoining every single thing together, I do think that's a big part. I don't want a guy, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that girl that's gonna take care of a guy. That's just not me. I feel like I'll support, you know, and help, but like, I'm not the woman who's going to carry you, if that makes any sense. So I feel like it is important for the guy who I'm dating to be financially secure. And I'm not saying he has to be a millionaire. I'm just saying that financially secure is it. So yeah, but it's not, I feel like your assumption is somewhat true and somewhat not true, because it's not like, that's not the only thing I'm looking for. It's somebody who has cash. I'm looking for somebody who can love me, who can treat me like the way that I'm supposed to be treated, but also carry his weight. So I guess, whatever, your assumption is somewhat true. My assumption is you are an introvert on the outside, but in your imagination, you're very much an extrovert. I mean, yeah, I guess, because I do like to be alone a lot. Like, I am one of those people that just like to be by themselves. Like, I like to be around people who I feel comfortable around, but in the same token, like, I'm secure with being alone. And that sounds like so just like, oh, like she likes to be alone, but that's just who I am. But I am also an extrovert because I am very outspoken. I'm very outgoing. I'm fun around people who I am comfortable around. So, I mean, I guess you're right. So your assumption is right. I'm both, kind of. The next assumption says that I love to dance. So their assumption is that I love to dance. I feel like a lot of people think that because I post a lot of like dance videos on my Insta story, like from like those TikTok dances. Like, I know for a fact I'm not a professional dancer, but I feel like I got the moves a little bit. So, I mean, I see where you can get that from. I love to dance in private. Like, if I'm at home in the room by myself, then I love to dance. I don't like to like do out in public. No, that ain't it. Okay, so the next assumption says, I think that people have doubted you and judged you and now you are happy. I feel like, yeah, that assumption is 100% true. I feel like a lot of people have doubted me, and a lot of people have judged me, whether it's online or just in person. People tend to get the wrong assumption. You see, the girl before this said she thought I was stuck up. So people do judge me before they get to know me. And then people who knew me from my childhood, I was a very out there child. I'm not gonna lie, I've been through a lot of stuff as a kid, and it made me kind of more aggressive and just like out there in the world. People thought, when I was younger, they thought that I would have kids by now or whatever. And when I say kids, I mean kids, like more than one. And I see these people nowadays, they're like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you because you don't have kids. And it's not to say that like, oh, if you have kids by 25, or multiple kids by 25, like you're a letdown or anything. But no, but people literally thought that that's all I would amount to at 25 was having kids, and that be it. Like, people just thought I would be a baby mama. And I mean, sometimes it gets under my skin when people say like, I thought you would have had kids by now. It's like, bitch, shut up. But yeah, people have judged me, and I am happy right now. Like I said before, I'm finding myself. I'm finding what works for me, whether it's on YouTube or just in life in general, and I am extremely happy right now. Like, I do have my days where I get down on myself. I still suffer, you know, with like my depression and anxiety and things like that, whatever, here and then, and I try to work on it. I am getting better with controlling that, and also like my anger and stuff like that too. But I am genuinely happy right now because I'm doing things for myself, and I'm doing things to make me happy and not necessarily everybody else. I feel like a lot of my life I gave myself towards making sure everybody else is okay, and I feel like now I'm focusing on myself, and I'm focusing on, like I said, what works for me and what makes me happy, and yeah. So your assumption was right. So the next person says, my assumption is you don't want kids and you'd rather just have your cats only. That is another 50-50 because at this moment right now, with me being a 25-year-old woman, no, I don't want kids. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not financially there for me and where I think I should be financially to have kids. Now given, if I had kids, if I got pregnant tomorrow, it would just be, I would have to wing it and get with the program. But if I can wait it out, I'm gonna do that. I feel like a lot of women feel like they have to have kids by 25 or they're 30, or they have to have kids or be married by 30 or 25, whatever the case may be. And they feel like that's the end all be all. And I feel like a lot of women shouldn't think that. I feel like when you are ready to have kids and when you are ready to be a mom, then 100% do it. Do not let society push you into thinking that you have to have them right now. So your assumption is kind of true because I don't want to have kids at this moment. That ain't my first priority. Like, I probably would go get a cat faster than I would try to get pregnant. So yeah, it is what it is. My assumption is you want more surgery. Your assumption is right. I don't have an issue with people having surgery. I don't have an issue with people having multiple surgeries. I just think you need to be safe. Yes, I do want to get more surgery. I definitely want to get a breast reduction. I feel like that's something that I want. It's not like a necessity. Well, it is, only because like my boobs are super huge. I go from a double D to a triple D, and my boobs are very heavy, and it sometimes strains my back and it gives me really bad back pain sometimes. So for that reason, I do want to get more surgery because it's kind of like a bitch is in pain. Like, so she needs to get these jugs taken off. But with everything that's going on right now with the state of everybody's life right now, I don't think I'm in no rush to do it at this moment because like obviously I'm not about to be on no plane traveling and risk getting the C word. So my assumption is you're sweet and funny. That is, I mean, Gary would probably say that's like 50-50. It depends on what day of the week it is or what side of the bed I woke up on that day. But for the most part, yeah, I am. So the next person says, my assumption is I assume you and Gary broke up. I don't understand why people assume that. I feel like because we don't post anymore on YouTube like that's it together, that people think that. But the main reason is just like, you guys, there's a lot of stuff going on. And when I started putting him on my channel, Tianna Squarrel's channel, it wasn't his goal to necessarily be on YouTube. He was just doing it for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not to say like he doesn't like you guys or anything, but it's just like he has other things going on with like work and stuff like that. So yeah, that's mainly why you guys don't see him on YouTube, but he's still around. It's crazy because like when people DM me on Instagram, they're like, where's Gary? Like, I'll make him a video and he'll be like, I'm right here. So like, guys, he's still around. We're good. And it's not to say that he'll never be on YouTube again, but right now it's a lot of stuff going on. My assumption is in person, you're really silly. That is 100% true. I'm not silly when I first meet you. Like, if I first meet somebody, I'm gonna be very like, but as the time goes on and like we become like really good friends or whatever, I'm super silly. I laugh at everything. I tend to not take everything too serious, and I feel like that could be a good or bad thing depending on how you look at it. But yes, I'm super silly in person. I'm comfortable around you, or you get a whole nother Tianna. So yeah, I am silly in person. So somebody said their assumption is I love to travel. That is 100% true. And the C word is making it very hard for me to do that, and I was low-key like stressed out. I do love to travel, so your assumption is right. So somebody said their assumption is I'm an amazing human being. Your assumption is 100% true. I am an amazing human being, and if you let me in person, you would love me. I'll do a few more because I don't want this video to be too long. But the next person said that their assumption is I do not like living in Jersey. That is 75% true. Okay, so like I like living in Jersey. I feel like it's very like mellow coming from the city. Like it's very quiet, it's very mellow. But on the same token, it's like coming from the city, like I'm used to like hearing the cop cars and stuff like that drive by. So yes and no. And then also like Jersey, it's like I said, it's boring and there's nothing to do. And then with everything that's going on right now, the little stuff that it was to do around here, it's closed, so it just makes it like 10 times more boring. So it's like halfway true. The next person said, your assumption is if I had the chance to move to another state, I would. Most definitely. If I had the option to move to another state, I most definitely would. The thing about it is, I would probably move for like a year or two and then probably miss Jersey or like Philly and probably want to come back. I tell myself all the time that I want to live in LA, but then like you go there and it's like, no, this is too much for me. I want to go back to the suburbs. Like I'm good. So that assumption is somewhat true. The next person said that their assumption is if I had an option to go back in time, I would change things from my past. That is 100% false. I feel like everything that happened to me in my past, and you guys, if you've been following me for a while, then you know things that I've been through. I'm not gonna elaborate in this video because we don't want to bring it down. But no, because I feel like everything that happened in my life made me who I am today. And I feel like I'm discovering myself more today than I did in the past or whatever. And I just feel like we all go through things for a reason. We all go through struggles and hardships for a reason, and it makes us who we are, and it makes us very strong, and it basically prepares you for the future or what's coming. So I feel like if I didn't go through half of the stuff that I went through when I was younger, I wouldn't be as humble as I am. I wouldn't be as grateful as I am for things, and I just wouldn't be me. And yeah, so no, I wouldn't change anything that I had in the past. Okay, so this is the last question. I'm gonna end it off really, really good. Somebody said, my assumption is you want more cats. That assumption is 100% true. I do want more cats. I'm looking into either a Savannah cat, a Bengal cat, or a Scottish Fold. I don't know which one I want, but I do want another cat. Yeah, so your assumption is 100% true. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got to know me a little bit better with this video. If you like this video and you want to see more videos from me, hit the thumbs up button, followed by subscribing and turning your post notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.